at the lineups that the host Barcelona will be putting out on the field. It is a rather pragmatic decision by Ernesto Valverde, sticking with Rafinha in place of Lionel Messi. It worked against Inter, so why not try it against Real? And as the camp makes its way around the new camp, the referee today, the 35-year-old from Murcia, Jose Sanchez. It's not his first Clásico. He was actually in charge of the Super Cup back in August of 17, a 2-0 Real Madrid win. Here's Barcelona's lineup, and also, well, let's just say a bit cautious from Julen Lopetegui about what you would expect and hoping for a little extra offense from Isco Alarcón. Keylor Navas will start on the bench here today. Mariano healthy enough, and even though his suspension was overturned, Vinicius does not make the game day roster. Will that come back to haunt Phil Shane alongside Ray Hudson? Lionel Messi, he's not supposed to be on that side of the bar. There are the bar officials just outside of Madrid. It's been more than a decade that we've seen a Clásico without a Cristiano, without a Lionel. Who will step up to be the hero?
Well, everybody will be watching, and the stage is set. The Martians are watching. Planet Earth comes to a stop, and all eyes will be focused. The Welsh fire-breathing dragon, the great Brazilian. There's plenty of game changers, despite the fact that the two greatest players to ever play for Barcelona, Real Madrid, for their boss. Good ball.
Isco with a
Wants
chance.
the lead, gets it. Oh!
Benzema just a hair offside.
Wow, a frog's hair it may have been, but that's wonderful football. Who will get the upper hand today?
Piqué, and that one curling in, but reading it well. Gareth Bale to chest it back to Thibaut Courtois.
Kept alive.
Chipped across, but right to the giant goalkeeper for Real.
Coutinho doesn't get enough on this. Enough lift on the ball.
Rafinha chopped down by Ramos. Sanchez, the referee, having a chat with the Real Madrid. Out wide for Bale, coming from the left on his passing foot. Finds Benzema, but he can't find the target.
A wonderful, wonderful run by Gareth. Has it on his left foot, and it's pixel. Their bossa nova type of possession game. Nicely controlled. Good ball.
Chipping it forward, long lay, trying to control Alba in the middle. Suarez drops it for Coutinho, who slices it home. Barca's in front.
Stupendously magnificent goal from Barcelona. Pinpoint passing. There's Lenglet that starts it. And the Brazilian who finishes it beautifully. Again, it's Barca Lego type football. All the pieces clicking together.
Marcelo.
Such smart, creative football. Again, he kept his feet well. Nice ball.
Bale. Marcelo. And that's a difficult one for Ter Stegen to handle. Jamie Easton, but poked away by Ramos.
Possibly could have let that ball run. Oh, it's a dodgy ball.
Given away on the wrong foot. Blasted and slapped wide by the giant Courtois. Nacho giving the ball away far side, and Arthur almost had a second.
As I was saying, very, very sloppy.
Loose.
Well, that's a strange non-call from the referee. It looked as if it was going to lead to more danger. So you live by the ref's decision, you die by it. But I thought there was a foul against Real Madrid there that was allowed to play on. Transition game for this Barcelona team has been very impressive. Once they have lost the ball, the organisation of Valverde's men and
patience from the hosts. Inside Alba, down goes Suarez. Looked like Varane bumped him. There is video review, but play continues.
Oh, he does get Suarez. He does get him. There's definite hard contact made. I thought Varane just got to the ball ahead, but he got the player.
Just outside of Madrid, the video assistant referees have given their view. Now Sanchez has taken a look. and he agrees with you, Ray. It is a penalty and a chance for a second from the spot. Approaches, strikes, and sneaks it under Courtois. Barcelona doubles its lead.
Well, there'll be a message here for somebody. Let's take a look at who it is. It's his little cherubs, his three babies. And he is as cool as a bomb disposal expert here. Bright, bright smile, flashing those teeth. And everybody knows you could eat an apple through a chain-link fence with them gnashers. There's another look from the bird's eye view. Lucky birds. And look at the freedom there. And there's the coolness of an absolute penalty box.
Messi or Andres Iniesta, it was when David Beckham helped lead them to victory. It's starting to look more and more like Rafa Benitez's 2015 Clasico, where he tried to play the safe team and ended up getting blown out 4-0. Although he was not fired following that defeat. He actually lasted another couple of months until a loss against Valencia in the new year.
Right decision. Olé! Big
Busquets.
Red cape out from Busquets as the ball comes charging in, and it leads to this.
The dagger in the hand of Alba, and it just flashes past Suarez.
Suarez changes his mind. He thinks it's dipping down below. He pulls up. There's a
Not a lot there, but Kroos was hoping for one. Ivan Rakitic, who helped set up the opening goal. Real trying to impose.
Wonderful reach in from the telescopic legs of Busquets.
Advantage played, but then it dissipates quickly, and a yellow card coming out against Nacho Fernandez. His attempt to deny Real Madrid. Gorgeous look, and there you see, that's one of the reasons Zinedine Zidane left. He won 3 European titles in a row. What can you do to top that?
Madridistas got to be pulling their hair out here at the way their team is playing in very basic modes. Isco's been anonymous.
Roberto with a nice effort. Frees Suarez. Piqué back to the middle, and Courtois will gobble it up.
What a pass. We saw it against Internazionale from the Charrua. Suarez with a magisterial pass for Piqué.
Through for Suarez. He's got help on the left. Chips it up. Not sure if it was a shot or an off-balance cross, but Real Madrid launching it, and that is going to do it for the opening half. Barcelona with goals from Coutinho and Luis Suarez holding a 2-0 lead over Real Madrid at the break. Stick around. The Express is next. Gareth Bale has been whacking his sword at the heels of Barcelona, but not Achilles-like on the day. Barca with a 2-0 lead.
Again, a typical example of this Real Madrid team. And I mean team, not just the back line, but instantly there's been changes involved by Lopetegui, and he knows there's a fire in the basement.
Well, let's find out who is coming in, who's going out. Jamie Easton, pitch side. And Jamie, we see Vasquez loosening up like all the world. He's starting the second half.
Lucas Vázquez will be one of the substitutions Lopetegui will do in this game. We saw Álvaro Odriozola, we saw Lucas Vázquez, and we saw Fede Valverde warming up for quite a few minutes at the first half. In the end, Lucas Vázquez is the man that comes into the pitch.
Nacho pinching in to Rafa Varane's spot, who also appeared to have a bit of a nick, and Lucas Vázquez.
It's to show what type of footballers they are, because these are world-class players, but they're not playing anywhere close to their ability.
Kroos has his pocket. He's pushing up as a right wing. Now Bale in the middle, glued to his left foot.
Better.
Benz uses Vasquez.
Numbers.
Isco's in.
Nicely.
Slides it across, bounces up. Marcelo settles, shoots, scores!
Brilliant from Real Madrid! And they roll back. This is wonderful football. Marcelo the Thunder at the end of this pyrotechnic passing show by the Merengues. A goal at all. Wonderful, constructive passing, more dynamic running off of the ball.
This only the third meeting, as Gareth Bale goes in the book, between these two teams since Lionel Messi debuted without Messi on the field. Kroos also trailing. Isco bends, rattles around, and Ter Stegen gets a break.
This is this wonderful display by Marcelo. Again, there from both sides.
Marcelo on the overlap, 4 in the box, including Ramos. And his header sails high.
Unlucky. Steady that one. That would have been hitting the net. He's in!
Chance for Modric! And it pings off iron.
It's this one almost perfectly into the back of the net. And he tries to find Marcelo. It was absolutely wonderful. And Isco nicely
feeds Benzema.
He's in.
Barcelona's back, but Benz puts the brakes on, deflected wide. Another corner for Real Madrid.
Wonderful hesitation from Big Benz as he applies the ceramic brakes. They've got the platform now. Messi, even from under his hoodie, length of the half field. Here's another look at this wonderful.
Arthur shows. Lifted by Rakitic into the middle. And the acrobatic turn by Suarez hits iron.
Beautiful ball over the top for the always willing Sergio Roberto.
Rafinha on the loose ball. Forced into the middle, poked free Bale. Kroos.
Magic!
Isco.
What a tackle!
And in steps Piqué to silence the charge.
Terrible giveaway from Barcelona. They get it early. They've got the players that'll pick the lock like that.
On the side volley, and it scrapes just wide. Alba pleading for a touch.
Fabulous ball from the Brazilian. Coutinho. Another look at this tremendous goal. A slight sense of...
As towards the 18, back post for Marcelo's on. They find Benzema, but he sends the header screaming over the bar.
Beautiful supply, wonderful invite in gold gilt letters, sent in beautifully. And Real Madrid have let off the hook as Nelsinho comes in. Dembele gets the engine warmed up.
Vasquez in, Isco, saved by Rakitic. A little stumble by Semedo, but it works. Died Rakitic. Spots the run of Roberto.
But will take place, the substitution will be Coutinho, the player that will come out of the pitch.
Well, that first substitution from Sergio Roberto being pushed into that midfield, nearly paying dividends on that last attack by... Oh, here, he likes this here. Got the space, and he's got two options.
Makes the pass early. Roberto with Semedo, but he goes for Suarez, who snaps the header in. Absolutely brilliant goal from the Uruguayan.
The chandelier! Made of diamonds, this goal that illuminates Camp Nou and brings Barcelona back to the fore. Sergio Roberto, magnificent. And man, did Barcelona need it, because Real Madrid have been as hot as the hinges of Hell's Gate.
Celebrating with Delfina and Benjamin. Can he pull an Iago Aspas? Just had his second son born a couple of days ago in Lautaro, and he's already got two. Luis Suarez filling in for the absent Lionel Messi.
Work as well. Sergio Roberto again showing his nothing less than world-class ability. Very, very undervalued. He looks like he's still a schoolboy.
A yellow card for the Uruguayan. Gareth Bale, 6 straight without a goal now. And Marco Asensio, the man, all forgiven at the moment. Alba catching Vasquez.
And they'll be getting more here.
Marcelo
nicely.
Overlap to Isco. Sends it across Vasquez. Kroos giving chase. Suarez dishes. And just Sergio Roberto.
And it looks like Marcelo might be done for the day.
Marcelo was injured in the last game.
He cannot continue touching his thigh, touching his legs. He will have to leave the pitch. Injured again, Marcelo, for Real Madrid.
In the opposite way. You want to try to block out.
Now you have some choices here. Can play at left back if needed. Here's Benzema.
Nicely.
Tees it up, and it whistles over by Asensio.
Yeah, it's well wide from this. A wicked hit as the Barcelona fans go Barry White disco.
Well, Arturo Vidal, forget the doghouse, maybe out of purgatory.
He's
but
onside.
A chance for Suarez,
Put
looking for his third. Chips it over the giant crossbar, and down comes the beanstalk.
Again, Suarez keeps reigniting. The defenders of Real Madrid's nightmares in front of goal. He sweeps in, and his finish is as ruthless as Henry VIII. And that one might have just decapitated Real Madrid. Jedi mind trick on a helpless.
For the Chilean, Luis Suarez does follow Iago Aspas. Arthur, in comes Arturo. Mentioned out of the dog.
Absolutely carrying the load for Barcelona. All the coffee house tricks coming out now.
Roberto, Busquets, the Tiki and the Taka are back with a 4-1 lead, and more it's looking like that 4-0 for Rafa Benitez, who did survive until January. Lopetegui might not be so lucky. And the one thing that might be saving him is the same reason he has the job, though. It's not as though there's a huge list of candidates who want to step into this minefield. Here's Dembele, dances around Nacho, sneaks it across, and Vidal makes it 5!
Dembele again! Sets the table magisterially, and Barcelona once again take the primrose way to goal. It's class personified by Dembele, and the Mohican. King Arthur awakens his sleeping sword of war on number 5. Typical Barcelona jazz football. Here's your sketches of Spain. Wonderful play again. Brilliant.
Hit 5-1, the most Barcelona have scored in a Clásico since the mono that was laid out in 2010.
Of the second half, Real Madrid looked as if they were going to claw this game back. And typical of Barcelona, they said, bring it on.
Rakitic tees Vidal.
He's
Roberto! A scorpion from Suarez as he has to reach back, but denied by Courtois.
Fabulous strike.
Piqué looking to hunt. Feeds Dembele, who is off by a toenail.
Yeah, he's a little slow on the release of the pass.
Perez into the middle. Benzema, good ball, Mariano. And that's the type of day it's been.
Benzema's in. It's a wonderful 1-2 on the run.
Regardless, it's Barcelona convincingly a 5-1 win in El Clásico.
An avalanche of goals that could bury Lopetegui. An amazing game. Real Madrid came alive and caught fire. But that man there was everything today. His body was on fire, his legs were on fire, his feet were burning up, Suarez. But every time his head was in the refrigerator, and he was wonderful with his dispatches. Man of the match for Ford, and he is built Ford tough, all right.
Barcelona 5, Real Madrid 1. Barca back atop the table. Meanwhile, for Real Madrid, it's back to the drawing board.